Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So all the way back down to this weekly level here, and it's 15,177. And just before we continue, just going across to the weekly, and remember, you have a massive area of support here from 2021. It is going to take a mammoth effort to break through this, and especially with the diversions that we've got and the flag that we spoke about yesterday. I'm not going to draw the top one, but I'm going to leave the bottom diagonal in because it is going to play a role here. So this is the zone that we're looking for, and if you look here, there is a weekly gap here, which I suspect is what we are aiming for, and that's around 15,050. So 15,050 and probably 1500 are going to be magnets at the moment. So the minute we start drilling down through the time frames, let's just start with the 8 hours we usually do, and we didn't really bounce off. I suppose we could argue that we bounced off there, but that was done on Friday, and then we came back to test it with a little gap up. There's always a situation where it looks like a bit of a trap, but at the moment we are forming a range. So top of the range is right the way up here at 15,459. Bottom of the range is down here at 15,177. Diagonal support here as well. So this is a pretty strong area. I definitely don't want to be jumping in short at this level here. Now, as we move to the next time zone, don't forget to drop us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It does help me with the channel quite a bit. So as you can see, spoken about the range on the S&P 500, and it does look like we are forming a range here as well on the DAX. Look at the oscillators. Oscillators are grouped to the downside and crossed over and separated ever so slightly, which is indicating a bit of a bounce. Downward trend, granted. We are in a clear downward trend. However, I just want to put this little level in, and then I'm going to take it out. That was the original trend over 2 weeks, and then you see on Friday we got above it. We came back to find support, and this here could be a situation of back to test it, or we're back in the range. But again, because of this weekly support, I will take everything that I see here with a big pinch of salt. What you're going to be looking for is a break of clear structure. You're not looking for anything else except for a break of clear structure. You've got gaps to the upside, and then remember we've got a gap down here at 15,058. So if you just look left, you can see how many times we flirted with this level. That's 15,177. So you can see 1, 2, and this is just in the last couple of days. So double bottom there, which did play out, and now we are just hovering around here again. Now the dollar is on a tear, which is impacting this, because that basically means Euro USD is plummeting at the moment, and that does impact the DAX to a bit. And then we also remember we were looking at this as a potential cup and handle yesterday. There was a cup and there's a handle. Obviously the neckline needed to give way, which was 15,460, and we got a rejection there. So just get down to 15 minutes just to sort that out quickly. And you can see it wasn't really clean. You can see a big move up, big engulfing bar. But I pretty much guarantee you, if you go down to a lower time frame or even go further back, you would have seen there is more than likely a level right there at 15,476. So yeah, bit of a trap. You can see a nice gap up, crossover, came back to almost close the gap here, bounced off there. So I guarantee you there would have been some people long off that. I would have taken that anyway, but that was quarter to 6, quarter to 7, quarter to 8, so that was before the market opened, so definitely wasn't watching it. But there are a lot of people that would have jumped in there, loaded up, and then they came in and just annihilated everybody's position. So above and below the moving averages, complete confusion and no real structure after that. So when the market opened, there wasn't really any structure. If you just look where my cursor is going, so that would have been an area we missed. That up there would have been an area we missed. That, so nothing really indicating that we were going to go to the bottom. Now for today, I'm really cautious. I'm not going to lie. We are in a downward trend, granted. We are hovering this weekly level here at 15,177. So a clear break of this is definitely going to bring this gap into place at 15,058. So there's definitely a short opportunity here. But because of the strength of this weekly level, I am extremely cautious. So I'm going to want to see something along the lines of a clear break and then a retest and a rejection of this area. That would give me the opportunity to be short. It would give me a 100-point stop loss basically, or okay, sorry, so it would be like an 80-point stop loss for a 100-point gain. So let's just call it a 1-to-1 trade. I'm not so sure that's kind of the risk that I'd like to take. But anyway, if you look at the oscillators, you can see we are starting to sort of try and group to the upside for a move down. If we have a quick squirt up to 15,327, I'll definitely look at a short there. And that short would be firstly to target this 15,177, but then I'll also just move stop to entry with an anticipation of getting through to this weekly gap here, because that is going to be a strong magnet. So I'm pretty confident we're going to hit that. But typically what happens there when we range, it sort of bounces around, takes out all the weak hands, and then makes a play. So a weak hand would be jumping in here, because if you jump in here, you've got to have your stop up here, which is what, that's 170 odd points away. So that's really risky. You've got a gap here as well. So I think the right choice would be wait for this area here, see if you can get a retest of 15,293, 15,327 or 15,300. Reject that area, then you're looking for a move down. Alternatively, I'm looking at a move below 15,177, a pullback, build a base here, and then get going to 15,058. That's kind of my view at the moment. I don't think there's much else at the moment, but it definitely does look like short, and it does line up with what's happening on Euro USD. So I would suspect that is the play for us this morning. I wouldn't stay on this for the US market, because the US market is completely confused and all over the place. So that will impact us as well. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. Don't forget to drop us that thumbs up, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.